Thanks, guys. The renovations in Kinnick aren't the only news coming out of the football program today. A couple of Hawkeyes were selected to the Football Writers Association of America's All-American team. Linebacker Josie Jewell and cornerback Josh Jackson. This is the fourth time in 5 years that Iowa has had at least one consensus All-American.
Jewell ranked third nationally in total tackles with 125 and is also a finalist for the Senior Class Award and won the Lot Impact Trophy. Jackson's tied for leading the country with 7 interceptions and 25 passes defended. Jackson was a finalist for the Jim Thorpe Award.
It was nice to see the Hawkeye men's basketball team bounce back into the win column here in Iowa City on Sunday after losing 4 straight. DITV's Taylor Van Fleet has more on what led the Hawks to that 91-60 victory over Southern.
The Hawks were finally able to snap that 4-game losing streak here at home on Sunday night. After coming off that tough loss against Iowa State on Thursday, the offense was able to come alive and carry them to a much-needed win. The Hawks got off to a slow start against Southern on Sunday night, but the offense was able to get going towards the end of the first half, and from that point on, it was all Iowa. After coming off a game in which Iowa turned the ball over 18 times and only shot 1 for 8 from the free throw line, the Hawks were able to bounce back. They only turned the ball over 7 times against Southern and made 22 of their 28 free throw attempts. The defense also showed up in Sunday night's game, allowing the Jaguars to just 60 total points. And the Hawks took advantage of second chance opportunities as well, where they scored 17 of their total points.
I think we had to execute the game plan. Our coaches have done such a great job of preparing us for games, and I don't think we've, went out there and executed any of the game plans yet. So I think coming out here and doing that was a big focus for us, and I think we did a really good job of that.
Definitely, you look down and you see 7 turns. That's a number that hasn't been there in a while. It's been double digits, so we got to continue that trend.
Now the Hawks will have almost an entire week to prepare for their next game when they face Drake University in the Hy-Vee Classic this Saturday. But they hope this will be the start of a turnaround in their young season. Reporting for Iowa Basketball, this is Taylor Van Fleet with DITV Sports.
It may have only been one game, but it feels like that win will be the potential for momentum boost for this young team as they're preparing to head into conference play in just 3 short weeks. We'll find out if they can build off this win when they face Drake this Saturday in Des Moines at 1 p.m.
The Iowa Gym Hawks gymnastics team received recognition this week, becoming ranked for the first time this season.
And the Gym Hawks come in number 20 in the Road to Nationals coaches preseason poll, and they open the regular season in Temple, Arizona against number 22 ranked Ohio State.
The 2018 Gym Hawks returned 14 letter winners along with 5 newcomers, and it should be really interesting to see what they can put together this year.
The Iowa women's basketball team was back in Carver last Saturday and matched up against Arkansas Pine Bluff in an 85-45 shutout. It was another assist-high game as Iowa finished with 23.
Assists are a major stat that the Iowa Hawkeyes love to shine light on and credit their players for.
Yeah, this team really loves to pass the ball. We celebrate the assist. In practice, we don't even talk about, a lot of times, Megan make the basket. We'll talk about Tanaya making the assist. And I think that leads into, we value the assist. We celebrate the assist. We love the assist. And so, and you have players that are giving up good shots for passing to your teammate for a great shot. That's team basketball at its finest. And we love to play that way. And I think the, fans enjoy it too.
The Iowa State game, Tanaya knew she needed to improve her shot in order to bounce back for last Saturday's game.
I felt great. Like you said, I had a really tough shooting night, but I tried to contribute in other ways at Iowa State, and I definitely felt like I did that. But after Iowa State, I just met with my position coach and just went to work, back to the basics on shooting, off the dribble, stationary, and just getting back focused and clearing my mind. Every shot is not going to go in, obviously, but for me, I feel like every shot should go in. So just getting back to the basics and seeing the ball go through the rim tonight was amazing.
The Hawks play Northern Iowa next on December 17th.
Iowa returns to action December 17th when they'll travel to Cedar Falls to face Northern Iowa at 2 p.m.
Track and field kicked off their season this past weekend with an inter-squad meet. The program is the best it has ever been under Coach Joey Woody. hopes to take the Hawks to the national stage with more as Will Silverstein.
From top-tier sprinters on the track to record-breaking times and pole vaulters and field events, track and field head coach Joey Woody is lifting the Hawkeyes to a nationally competitive status.
Got a lot of talent, and those guys they want to score points at the national meet, and I believe that both the men and the women, I think we've got two really good teams that are going to perform not only well at the Big Ten level, but we've got the elite athletes that's going to contribute and allow us to score points at the national championships, and that's how you become a top 10 team.
The cold terrain of southeastern Iowa does not tend to appeal to a lot of warm-blooded recruits, so Woody made an extra effort to showcase all of what Iowa City has to offer.
100 juniors on campus and families, so we had over 300 people. We had 5 buses that were transporting them around today. So just to have, and we had people that flew in from Texas and from Florida just to come and watch this meet and get a chance to see what Iowa track and field is all about.
And what is Iowa track and field all about? Standout performances against elite teams last spring showed that Iowa is a track and field school.
People are really seeing that track and field at Iowa is really on the move, on the way up, and so I'm excited about where we're headed. We still got a lot of work to do, and this is just the start. It's definitely not the finish.
Iowa track and field next laces up on January 13th at the Hawkeye Invitational. Reporting from the UI Recreation Building, this is Will Silverstein, DITV Sports.
We're expecting big things this year from Carter Lilly and Jalen Roberts Lewis, and there's nothing like hearing the crowd roar down the stretch at a new race at the UI Recreational Building.
That's all we have in the sports studio for today. Tune in tomorrow for a special feature on Iowa's Megan Gustafson.
And a fun piece on the canoe battleship intramural. Guys, back to you.